So I'm Emma Bougley and I'm the business manager of East Lothian Food and Drink, the bid for East Lothian. It started in 2016 and it was an initiative as there was a lot of food and drink producers starting to grow in East Lothian area, and we decided to set up or become part of the bid in a way to group everyone together as a collective. Membership has been growing. Obviously we had a quiet 2 years over COVID, but the good thing to see is we've had 7 new sign-ups for voluntary members in the last year. We're a good bunch of members, should I say. I'm also a member myself. I co-own a gin company that's here today called Fidra Gin. So I've been a member for 4 years before I became the business manager in 2021. So I've had background knowledge obviously of the bid, and the great thing is we've all worked together in farmers markets. So I think the main advantages, especially for, it suits everyone, but especially for startup companies where you're really passionate about starting up your food or drink business, but you're not quite sure where to get funding from, or what courses are available or what help's out there. The thing about us is when you join the bid, we then have access to East Lothian Council, all their training courses, Business Gateway, and then obviously we've got the producers. We have obviously large producers, Glenkinchie, Belhaven Brewery, and the larger ones obviously mentor as well the smaller companies. So it's really good.
Chisholm, and I co-founded Buck and Birch, which is an artisan spirit company making wild liqueurs and spirits. Well, we go out and do lots of foraging around East Lothian, so it's about harnessing the exotic flavours of Scotland that have either been overlooked or forgotten about, so we're bringing them back in a contemporary fashion really. So we started in 2016 with the drinks, like we were saying. Before that we were doing pop-up dining experiences using ultra-local seasonal ingredients, and that went into the drinks brand. So launched very small in 2016, and then we've just been growing since then really, so launching new products and getting into new markets and things. I think it's been a blessing actually. It feels quite fortunate to be somewhere where you're so supported as a small brand. So being able to have subsidised places at shows like the Royal Highland Show, so we launched our product there, which gave us a sort of foothold into the market without having to spend lots of money that we didn't have. And yeah, lots of different events and meeting other makers and things, that's really important, so it's been good.
Do you think that
half brands, so learning from each other is really, really important, and we don't have the huge budgets of other people, so being creative in how you market yourself is really important, and doing that together as a collective works really well. And tiny brand trying to knock on everyone's doors, if you turn up with 5 or 6 or 10, then you'll be noticed more. So yeah, I definitely think it's worth. Well, it's given us a platform to showcase our products as an opportunity to speak to other like-minded brands and who are in the same sort of part of their journey as well, so learning from them. Your audience has been good, and actually the bid have helped with that as well.
My name's Jane Brand. I'm from East Fortune Farm, and I own the Brand Family Larder farm shop. And we home rear our own saddleback pigs, Hampshire Down lambs, fresh farm eggs, and we stock about 40 other local East Lothian suppliers. And it was great first year. Everyone was interested in their own produce, and then of course COVID struck, and that, I have to say, it put the farm shop on the market in a massive positive way. It allowed the locals to actually see what was on their doorstep. It totally changed our business. Just being able to show people the farm and knowing where the produce is coming from. Knowing that their breakfast sausages are just from the farm 5 miles up the road. Hadn't actually really investigated joining it until I actually opened the farm shop. Just to have that extra knowledge and support behind me with regards to packaging, labelling, how to display my products in the shop, getting in touch with other local suppliers through the bid, coping with price changes, and again 5 years further down the line, and it's still a brilliant team to be with just now, and they're doing a lot of promoting of East Lothian produce. Sharing posts on social media, talking about each other's products. Obviously with the farm shop I stock a lot of them as well, so we're multi-sharing. So yeah, no, it's a great team to be a member of. The surrounding towns and villages grow as well. There's that demand for the local produce. So with the bid behind us, supporting us, it's pushing that knowledge of local produce even further out, further afield. But with the support of the bid and growing forward, those customers that we have kept, that have changed their routine since COVID. It's growing on those, you know, with ideas with loyalty cards and more support from the bid, more events like the market today that they're doing. You know, just again pushing the local produce and actually what's on people's doorsteps, making people aware that you're here. You know, the farm's only 5 miles up the road, but there's already been a couple in there this morning that said, I didn't even know you existed.
Well, I think it's the old adage that you're stronger in numbers. And I think actually, you know, when you want to showcase East Lothian, you know, we all do a really good job individually showcasing what fantastic produce is on the doorstep. But actually, when you go as a community, so to speak, or in our case, a bid, people get to see the whole picture. We are obviously very unique in the fact we're not a high street, so we don't have the same problems that a high street would have. And obviously we do try and go to as many SID and bid meetings as possible. But you're right, we are very unique in the fact that we are the only one. I think we're just the position of East Lothian. We're just outside Edinburgh. East Lothian was known as Scotland's breadbasket. We're Scotland's food and drink county, which is why we've used that as well. We have the most amazing arable farmland, so you know, from growing grains to animals. Like we have the Brand family larder. They've got their home-reared pork and lamb. We've got rapeseed oil made from, you know, obviously the fields, and then we've got a lot of alcohol as well from in and around East Lothian. Well, I think it's just really helped us as well. It gives you another avenue, and I always say it's really interesting to get different ideas from different companies. So we're heavily funded by East Lothian Council, by Queen Margaret University, Scotland Food and Drink, and it's also great to be part of a bid and see that perspective as well. But previously, East Lothian Food and Drink have been to London. We've been to Glasgow several times now. We obviously attend the Royal Highland Show yearly. There's so much opportunity out there. We've actually had a shell built for us by East Lothian Council that was showcased for the very first time at the Royal Highland Show this year. And it was great to see that in action. We work very closely with East Lothian Council. We have a fantastic relationship with them. I tend to meet up with the board members. We've got 2 board members from East Lothian Council, and I tend to meet with them on a regular basis just so they know what we're doing, and also I can keep up to date with what East Lothian Council have got to offer, whether there's new funding or whether there's new training courses or business help for the members.